me, made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, back up, cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like, ooh, I got a, and a, yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sucky now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of foxy mamas, but I hit the highs, man, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta, even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, still gotta, still gotta. Hey, you must be new in here. You see these grown people talking, what you doing here? I gotta have a mind and hit you with a spit you, get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the valet, take your time, it might get a ride. I'm floating through the front door, my modest attire. Good Lord, mama, you know you looking divine. I had to turn around, double take a look at that. Girl, you got good taste, where you cook it at? You can mingle with the cool kids. I'm out here sweating like a preacher in a pool pit. Even when I'm down bad, I know how to bounce back. I know I got her, and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, and even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. I know I got her. I know I got her. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I got her. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her.
We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
The man they call Scary Terry remains one of the best at taking the lid off of a defense. Not only a top 10 season in terms of yards, but he averaged over 15 a catch and was named to his long overdue first Pro Bowl.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Option left. Howell's going to run with it. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We can look at this Bronco defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Alert, 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 alert! Front left, front left! Front left, front left!
Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Pat Surtain up to make the play. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Gibson again, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
2nd down. Howell now. It's caught inside the 25. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Dalton Kincaid, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the...
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Play action. It's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They go play action with Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go play action now. Wilson.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Hamler, the motion man left.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Wilson changing the play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Second down, Howell back to pass. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
There he goes, left side.
first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
2nd and 10. Here's Howell.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Able to connect with Dotson.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
They'll run with Gibson.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will knot us up at 10. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. In motion right, that's Hamler.
Play action. Now Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the 1st. The Broncos in their hurry up, trying to get to their positions and get set quickly.
Now Wilson wants a different look.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Maher is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break.
Likely going through their
As
final
we send you
adjustments
on out
for
to
the
our
second
studios
half.
in Orlando.
One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0.
At our
But
EA
who will it be?
Sports halftime
To find
report.
out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Wilson.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Front left. Front that. Look, guys, 4 down.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Quan Martin.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
13.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now Wilson on 2nd down.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw.
This pass caught by Hamler. Now he's free up the left sideline. He's got a full head of steam on his horse.
Touchdown, Broncos.
K.J. Hamler.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
On 1st down, Howell. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Room to maneuver at the 35. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Once more, Gibson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal. Sly able to put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Up the middle, it's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Now he'll escape to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Williams again. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll go again with Gibson.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Howell. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Howell to throw. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there. But it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Look back, look back.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Throwing now is Wilson. Able to get this to Patrick. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Wilson. He's got Dulcich going across the formation.
There's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Denver, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0.
We got London on the
whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters.